Hi, everyone. This is Eric. I wanted to come to you today to talk a bit about managing our emotions in this time of uncertainty. As most of you, if not all of you, know, we're in the midst of the pandemic that is the coronavirus. And this post is not about the ins and outs of that and what could be done and what should be done. It's really about you and about how you are managing what's flowing inside of you, and in other words, in our emotions. It's not very difficult probably for you to see and to say, yeah, I get it, Eric. I feel afraid. I'm anxious. I have anxiety about what's happening. And when they're closing down virtually, it seems like everything in order to try to get this thing in sort of a manageable state. And in our work at Spirit of EQ, we talk a lot about emotional literacy. And you've heard me say it before, emotions are chemicals. That's not something I made up. That's just a truth. That's science. And those chemicals are really communicators. You can call them neurotransmitters if you want. And here's a tip that I have been working on myself during this time, and that's the naming of those emotions. If it's fear, I'm basically saying to myself, I'm dealing with fear here. And what is it trying to tell me? Why am I afraid? And you might say, is that just good old fashioned self talk, to try to, get yourself motivated or whatever, positive affirmations and that kind of thing? It's not. There's even studies that have been done to show that what happens when we begin that process of naming emotions and how it kind of calms down our amygdala, that thing in our head that always warns us of imminent this and imminent that. It's almost that freeze, fight, flight type thing. And I found it to be really, really effective because when we are able to name it, it slows us down for a minute to begin to evaluate. We allow our sort of the critical mind to kick in to kind of ask, should I take this step? Should I make this decision? Or is this something that really is not worth me reacting to? Maybe it's something where I should be more in a respond mode. Again, this is not silver bullet type stuff. I don't deal in that. This is just things to help us as we're moving through a crisis so that we can be whole. Because quite frankly, at the end of the day, today is your best day ever, regardless of what the circumstances might be. And I want you and I want myself to live in that light. Thanks for tuning in.